We just wanted to keep it simple.
Yeah. Hi guys, it's Eric.
And Adam.
And today we are doing the husband tag. Because we're husbands.
Because it's a new tag that's been just popping around just like very recently.
Not many people have done this.
No one has done the husband tag at all. No, this husband tag has been around for years. I even have a note on my phone that we were going to do it 2 years ago.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
We never got around to it. So,
whoops.
Yeah.
Better late than never.
Here we are. Well, and I'm like late everywhere we go, so at least I'm consistent with this late thing.
But we feel like we have gotten some new subscribers lately, so why not tell you a little bit about ourselves by doing this video?
Yeah, give a proper introduction to us and get to know us a little bit better.
So let's get to it.
Question 1. How and where did we meet?
I'll take this one.
Okay.
We met off of OkCupid, and we met back in 2013.
13.
Oh my gosh. 2013. We started talking about mid-April. I think it was like April 16th.
No. On our first date, how we met video, you said the same thing.
Really?
We started talking on May 16th. And 8 days later, we had our first date.
Oh my gosh.
Clearly, this one cares so much about our relationship. You remember?
I got the right day.
Monumental.
16th. No, you're right.
8 days.
We met 8 days after we first started talking.
I have this
we just talked so much.
Yeah.
Like multiple times a day, back and forth.
Yeah. But I have this slightly creepy note in my phone that when we first started dating, I have these like facts about Eric. I have the log of like when we started talking, when we started dating, what we did on each date, and it went on for about 2 months, and then it like skips ahead, and it's like we told each other we love each other. Then it like skips 2 months ahead, and it's like we moved in together, and then I stopped updating that note because I'm like, okay, this is good. We're
he's got like full screenshots of my profile pictures that I had, screenshots of all of our conversations that we had.
I think.
Or maybe that's me. I think that's me.
I think too, yeah.
I'm like, he's such a creeper.
It's because we cared.
Yeah.
We went over this in, I think, the How We Met video, but what was your first impression of me?
Oh my gosh. So I met him at his car because he was late, and so there you go. And so I walked up to his car, and I peeked inside of his car. I saw him, and I was like, oh, he's really cute. But then I saw his car, and it was a disaster. It was like stained because he had like just spilled like a big gulp all over his car, basically. Slurpee.
No, it's a smoothie.
Smoothie.
We went over this in the How We Met video. How do you not retain this beautiful information?
Whatever. He was late and he was messy. First impression.
And I thought Eric was really cute and really tan and really nice. So, yay! Yeah, no, you're not so tan anymore.
No.
But I still love you.
Well, I love you too.
How and where was our first date? Our first date started at Penn's Bowling Alley, Studio City, after we met at another bowling alley, which had a private party happening, so we had to relocate elsewhere. So we found Penn's Bowling Alley in Studio City, and it started there. We had a couple of games of bowling. Then we went to Take a Bow, which is an Asian restaurant.
Yeah, that's now closed.
Yeah. Oh, like permanently?
Yeah, they closed down.
But we ate there, and then we walked over to your car that was like around the corner, hugged, and then went our separate ways. We knew we were going to see each other. I knew I was going to see you again. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, we had talked about like seeing each other.
It was a great date, so
yeah.
Obviously.
I would hope so.
And I'm not one to kiss on the first date. Are you?
No.
Okay. Speaking of kiss, where was your first kiss and how was it?
Ooh, our first kiss wasn't until our third date.
Three.
And it was funny because our second date at the end, there was like massive tension, and we totally thought that we were going to kiss, but then we ended up not.
We both really wanted to, but didn't.
Yeah.
And I drove back home after that second date, and Eric texted me, and he was like, "Oh, this was a great date, but like my only regret is that I didn't kiss you." And I was like trying to play it cool in the text, but inside I was like, "Oh my god, I want to kiss him too." But I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm not gonna redo it. It's a one-time thing." I remember texting you back. I was like, "Oh yeah, that would have been nice," or something like real low key.
What kind of answer is that?
Yeah, but the next day we went to Castaway, this restaurant on top of this mountain in Burbank.
Is
so beautiful. And then we went back.
Food.
Didn't we go back home? We watched Safe Haven, like the
whole
movie.
We went back to your place. Watching it wasn't even like, normally when you watch a movie with someone you're dating, you don't quite make it through. We made it through the entire movie.
I wanted to see the movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't until after dinner and after the movie finished that we kissed. But it was like full-on passionate, like 30-minute long first kiss. Like it was amazing. Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah. But it was hilarious because I remember you talking about it on like a later date, and you were like, when both of us going into the third date, knowing that we wanted to kiss each other, how did we make it through dinner, the car rides, and the movie before kissing each other? Just willpower.
Yeah, lots of attention to an entire date.
Yeah. When did you meet each other's families?
Oh, gosh. I thought I was going to meet your family when they came into town, but it was a very, hush-hush, and you were still living when they came into town when we were first dating. They came in, stayed with you, and it wasn't until...
I don't remember this at all.
We basically had moved in is when I met your parents.
I literally don't remember when you met my parents.
I met your mom on the phone when you basically told her, hey... by the way, I'm out, I'm gay, and I'm moving in with my boyfriend here. Do you want to talk to him? And I was like, hello? And then proceeded to talk to her for like 45 minutes because we just hit it off. Yeah. He was like, great, now they're best friends.
Yeah, I think I met your mom at something in San Diego. Mm-hmm. Wasn't it a wedding in San Diego? Was it Katie's wedding? Or? Okay. And then I think I met your dad. I remember him and I outside of your show for Funny Girl. I
thought that we drove to Temecula, where my dad lives, and we had dinner, and that's where you met, at a restaurant.
Never happened, to my knowledge. You dreamt
You guys met at a restaurant.
Or you got me really wasted. I don't remember that at all.
I swear. Clearly we don't know the answers to these questions.
How did you know I was the one?
Oh.
He still doesn't.
How I knew Adam was the one was just from the sheer fact of the way he makes me feel. He loves me unconditionally. Thanks. He makes me laugh. And honestly, he is the first person to ever make me feel like I could be myself. And I think that is probably the most important thing.
My answer would be the same as what you just said.
Okay.
You made me feel things that I never had felt with anyone else and that I never knew was possible to feel. And I grew up and was obsessed with romantic comedy movies my whole life, and that's what I strived for, was that kind of love. And that is what I felt with you. So I was like, okay, I'll stay with this one.
And make you laugh?
How long have we been together, relationship and marriage?
We have been together since 2013, so it's 2019, so we're coming up on 6 years.
In May.
So crazy. And we got married on our 2-year anniversary, so that's coming up on 4 years. Yeah.
Yeah, we did that whole thing where we got married on the day that we had our first date, so we only have one anniversary, because I think some people sometimes get married on a date, and so then they have 2 anniversaries.
It's too convincing. They're married for 3 years, but then we're been together for 4.5.
How do we resolve problems?
First of all, we are great communicators, so problems aren't necessarily that frequent. I would say, because we talk about things a lot. And also, this one doesn't like confrontation at all. So anytime we have a problem, it's approached in a delicate manner. Let's just say that.
See, I hate confrontation so much that we don't really have arguments or anything because I completely like shut down and stop talking and walk away and go into my own world, which is usually me going into the other room and listening to music. So then Eric is like,
I'm like, what?
Okay.
What do I do now?
Yeah. So we don't really argue because I don't allow for arguments to happen. And it's not detrimental for our relationship. It's actually better because we never argue because of that.
And I just find myself talking to myself in a room.
See, you work it out with yourself, and then the next time I come back to you, I'm like, oh my god, just listen to the Spice Girls B-side and S Club 7. I'm great. Let's go get a pizza. So it's like nothing happened.
It's actually so true.
I feel like a lot of people should do that because it's much easier.
Yeah, it kind of is, and it works. It's a little frustrating sometimes, but it works.
For you, I get to listen to music. What do you two do for a living, and are you using your college degree? Well, I'm a stay-at-home parent and a part-time pop star, and I don't have a college degree. I went to Berklee College of Music in Boston for a year and convinced my parents at a young age that I needed to pursue my pop star dream before I lost my youth because the music industry is very ageist and you like only make it when you're young basically. And so I left college and did some pop star stuff, joined a boy band that got me out to California. But yeah, right now I'm just part-time pop star, full-time dad.
You do all the editing, so that's a lot of work.
I do all the videos for this channel and editing and setting up lighting, filming, all that stuff. But I'm not using a college degree because I don't have one. So.
And then I went to college at Chapman University in Orange County. I went for originally, I wanted to be a choral director, and I basically yeah, I thought so too. Except there's this thing called theory, which I hated.
Oh my god,
I hated music theory.
Like sight reading.
Yeah,
I despised.
I got through the first 2 semesters, and then after my first year, I was like, there is no way that I can complete semester 3 and 4 of music theory. Like, there's no way.
It's so hard.
Yeah. So I changed my major, went back to school, then my sophomore year, and went back for theater dance with an emphasis in dance. So after that, I pursued my dream and lived in New York for 7 years. So yes, I was using my college degree for that, but I really didn't need a college degree, I guess you can say. Then I moved back to LA, went and got my cosmetology degree at Paul Mitchell, and used that and became a hairstylist. I was a hairstylist for 8.5 years. And then now I'm here in Tucson, and I'm the social media director at University of Arizona. And funny enough, my degree actually came into play most recently because I got a promotion from social media manager to social media director, and it was a requirement to have a BA, a bachelor's degree, or similar. And so it was actually the first time in my life where it actually came into play. So yes, my current job, and I have used my college degree. So
I sound so lazy compared to you. I barely went to college, then was a pop star for 7-8 years. You're like, I got a college degree, I went to New York and did Broadway things, and then I got my cosmetology license and I did hair for 8 years, and I'm like, ugh. How do you keep a relationship healthy in life?
I think for us, it's kind of obvious, but communication, we've said that before. But I think also not to take things too seriously. I think there's a lot of laughter. I think there's a lot of fun and joking, and there's never an argument. So I think it's just not taking it too seriously. Life's too short to worry about the small little problems. Don't sweat the small stuff. So I think that's really important.
Well, we're together because we love each other, and why waste the time we have together arguing and having negative energy? What's the point? We're both on the same team and we know that.
Especially having kids and having 2 girls, like you have to set an example, and you want to put your focus on them and our relationship and the positive things. So,
well, and I want them to be around that kind of energy, that love.
yeah.
It's what they deserve.
Dang it.
Places you want to travel.
Ooh, definitely want to go to London because I've never been.
It's so amazing.
I just absolutely love it.
It's amazing.
So that's top of my list. Would really love to go to Greece. I would really love to go to Fiji. And another one is Scotland. So I said 4. And you talk about Sweden all the time, so I really want to go to Sweden.
If I could live anywhere in the world, it would be Sweden.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
So those are my 5.
It is so expensive there.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
But it's like, oh, God, it's so amazing. And for me, like, being in an atmosphere that has so much pop music that is born there, like,
just
like feel it. And then, oh my God, I went to a club with my dancers when I was performing at Stockholm Pride in like 2012. And we were in this club.
To thousands of people, by the way. He's got like a video of him performing to like a sea of hundreds of thousands of people. Anyway, it's amazing.
It was one of my favorite shows. Anyways, we went to this club and they played September, Party in My Head. My dancers aren't familiar with pop music from Europe, but I knew every single word. I was like, oh, living. And they were like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm like, yeah, if only clubs in the US would play stuff like this. My places that I would love to travel is Australia.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to go to Hawaii. I haven't been to Hawaii, so like talking about US.
Same.
Well, like Bora Bora, Fiji, Tahiti, like very like just tropical.
I want to stay on one of those little floating huts over.
It's like the Four Seasons in Bora Bora or something like that.
That's like $10,000 a night.
Yeah. I would love to go to Greece. Germany, Brazil would be fun.
Germany would be awesome.
But I would say for me, Australia would be like one of the top. And one of the main reasons for that is because everybody speaks English there. So I don't have any language barrier. But
fair enough.
In Sweden, most people speak English, which was great. So
That's
I could go up to people and be like, you've heard of Loreen, Ace of Base, September? They're like, oh yeah. But they don't talk like
Great
that.
conversation.
Yeah.
You know Loreen.
What is my favorite color?
Ooh, blue.
Mm-hmm.
Cerulean blue.
To
To be more specific.
Yours is blue too?
Yep.
I do love teal though. So it's like,
yeah.
But I just remember the cerulean crayon in a crayon box.
Mm-hmm.
If you push hard, that is my favorite blue.
So specific.
You can't do it lightly though. You have to like push it down where it's like the darker hue of the color.
Uh-huh.
That is
I can
my
totally
favorite
imagine you as a child just...
I wanted to see my favorite color. I'm like, this isn't pretty.
This is pretty. Gosh.
What is my favorite food?
Oh, some sort of Asian food. So I would say probably like a stir fry, like Japanese stir fry type.
Yeah, I had a lot of answers acceptable. Yeah.
Popsicles, corn, like
Yeah.
I was giving more of a broad, but if you want to be specific, yeah.
Yeah, those would all have been acceptable. I would say your favorite food is Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
What is my favorite sports team? I don't even. What is a sports team?
What is a sport?
What is the sport? Is bowls a sports team? Why would I like bowls though?
Bowls?
Oh, that's
Or
like basketball.
bowling? What are you talking about?
Michael Jordan, he was on the sports team Bulls, right?
Oh, like Chicago Bulls?
Chicago Bulls.
Yeah.
I root for sports teams on like the Super Bowl or whatever if they have prettier colors of
I knew you were going to say that.
costume. What's it? Uniform.
Costume.
If they have a prettier costume. What is my favorite TV show?
That's a tough one because you kind of have like a top 3. One of them being American Housewife.
Oh, I love that show.
Another one being A&TM is probably the top one. I was like, wait, hold on. What do you watch consistently? A&TM, RuPaul's Drag Race. Those are like the top 2.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. And Golden Girls. And
Golden Girls.
S Club 7 in Miami. S Club 7 in LA.
S Club 7 doing whatever.
Anything S Club 7.
What's mine? Easy.
Yours is Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
What food do I not like?
Well, cheese.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, no, I don't like cheese at all.
What food do I not like?
Olives.
And?
You don't like olives and coconut.
Nope.
You hate
I
coconut.
hate coconut. It
Even-
reminds me of like fingernails, like you're eating fingernails in your mouth.
Even if you have the taste of coconut without the texture, you still have the image of fingernails in your head.
I can still like imagine fingernails in my mouth. Ugh, it just.
I'm fine with coconut. Hello, pina colada.
There was one time where he was so sweet and made me this like grand meal, and it was like the spaghetti with this like gorgeous sauce. And he's like, I made it for you. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. It was a 3 olive spaghetti sauce. Not just 1, 3 olive.
So I bought this sauce at the store that I managed. So I should have put 2 and 2 together. But I guess in my head I was like, oh, it's seasoned with 3 olives.
No, there
was
3
chunks
different
of
types of olives in it, like big chunks.
Yeah. You sat there for 20 minutes picking every olive out. But I don't like olives either, so then I was taking them out too. So I'm like, this is a fail on all parts.
Awesome.
If I could eat one thing every day, what would it be?
Popsicles.
Popsicles, yep. That's,
I
yeah.
think that's the quickest answer I'd ever.
Yeah.
Like,
Easiest thing. I would be completely unhealthy, but I would be very happy.
Mhm.
So, what is one thing that you could eat every day? Vodka.
True.
I
I would be so scared. Just my liquid diet.
Could I go with like fajitas?
Oh, I love fajitas.
Could you eat that every day?
Yeah.
Cool. What is my eye color?
Blue. Well, it's like grayish blue, but then some lights are green, and then you have like a little bit of like a brown around it. So it's blue, but there's like hints of other colors.
The
Be
correct,
specific.
the correct answer I was looking for was blue with a gold sphere in the middle. So my eyes kind of look like solar eclipses. Well, your eye color.
Yes, I'm looking right at you. Cheater.
I knew that your eye color is like this kind of chestnutty brown. It's like not like too dark of a brown. What is something I do that you wish I wouldn't?
Oh my gosh.
So many things.
Bring out my list. I would say leaving your Q-tips on the bathroom counter instead of throwing them into the trash. Not doing the dishes, or just like rinsing the dishes. Like that's all I care about. Just like putting some water on it. That's, you know.
Why don't you just summarize it and say not picking up after myself?
Okay, not picking up after yourself.
Yeah.
There you go.
You're going to go
I
through
just wanted to make a
everything.
really long list. Mine's gonna be really serious.
Yeah, something you do that I wish you wouldn't is probably, I was going to say react with your emotions.
It just means
Too
that I have a
quickly.
heart.
I mean, you wear your
I'll take
emotions
that.
on your sleeve, which isn't a bad thing. But when it's like frustration or anger, like I fear for you with road rage. Because I'm like,
It's a
oh my
real
gosh.
thing with me. I'm going to admit that.
Yeah. If you baked me a cake, what kind would I like?
Funfetti.
Yep. It's the most fun cake because there's all the colors inside the batter and then on top of the icing. If I were to bake you a cake, I guess in my head I'm thinking like, gotta have something chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
So either like chocolate with chocolate icing.
Yes, chocolate.
Chocolate. Just
All
chocolate.
the chocolate. Specifically, don't bake me. Just go to Claim Jumper and get their like 6-layer chocolate cake and just bring that home and I'll be fine.
What is one unique talent I have?
Unique? Oh.
I'm sorry, are all my talents just like
Well,
normal?
I mean, you sing, you write music, you do editing, you can dance well. Like, that's not really unique.
Okay.
I guess it is unique, but everyone knows that.
Wow, so glad I have so many talents to choose from.
You have the unique ability to make everyone laugh. It's pretty unique. Not many people can do that.
I don't know if I make everyone laugh. People that don't have a sense of humor don't make laugh. I would say your unique talent that you have is vocal impersonations. That.
Okay.
Because you can do Elmo, Lilo and Stitch, and like cartoons.
Hi, I'm Elmo. That's my Elmo. Hello, I'm Stitch. That's Stitch, right?
Yeah. Weird habits of each other.
Your weird habit is the amount of Q-tips that you use. It is. I've never seen anyone use as many Q-tips as he does.
No one has. At any time, like anyone ever sees me with Q-tips, they're like, "What do you do with all of them?"
He doesn't clean his ears with them.
Well, no, that's not
all
good
for the nose.
It's not good to clean your ears.
No. But I mean, most people are like, "Oh, for your ears." No.
Yeah, y'all are gonna think I have like some ear bacteria. I use Q-tips on my nose. Like after I take a shower, I do about like 5, 6, 7 in each nostril to clean it out completely. Because like when I blow my nose, I still feel like I'm not getting everything. And like I'll look up and I'll like maybe see something, and so I like know it's completely. I have the cleanest nostrils ever. And then I use them when I'm doing my makeup to go over my lips and my eyebrows, so there's no makeup in those. A weird habit for you? Oh my god, okay. He does this all the time, but every time he will take out the trash or recycling, he will not put a replacement bag in the trash can or recycling. Like, I'm just like, you were just there. And it's like, it always happens that I'm the next person to throw something away, and there's never a trash bag.
He's gonna do it. And that's why he never cleans up after himself, because he knows I'm gonna do it, so I pay it back.
Oh my god, see? Yeah. That's why we work so well together.
Maybe when you start cleaning up after yourself, I'll start putting trash bags in the trash can.
You realize I have it so much easier, because I just have to put a trash bag in the trash can. You have to clean up the whole mess.
He's like, that's fine, I'm not gonna start.
Yeah. What can I spend hours doing?
Dancing. Mainly to like Spice Girl videos over songs. Any girl pop group, really. But dancing.
Well, don't leave out like S Club 7 and Steps.
Oh, I'm sorry. Any pop group.
Yeah.
Or solo artists. Any pop song.
You could spend hours doing numerous things. You could spend hours playing slot machines on your iPad. You could spend hours cleaning. You could spend hours watching me eat.
Oh yeah, you can spend hours eating.
We can both spend hours watching our girls.
Yes,
easily.
for sure.
Yeah. Who was the one to say I love you first, and where was it? I was the first one to say I love you. And it's because Eric had mentioned that in his previous relationships he would say I love you, and either it made things awkward or they wouldn't say it back or anything like that, and so he had swore to himself that he wasn't going to say it first when it came to us, and so I was the first one to say it.
Did I tell you that before?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. And then I said it when we were in bed, not like that. It was after my show at Avalon Tiger Heat. I had a performance there. We came home. We went to bed and we were just laying there. Lights were out. We were about to fall asleep. And I just like turned over to you. And I was like, I love you. I said just like, nah, I love you.
Yeah. You put your arm around me.
I remember I could see, even though it was really dark, I could see your face like light up. And then he said it back. So I was like, cool. Okay, this is the reaction. This is the reaction I wanted. What is your most repeated phrase or sentence?
Oh.
Yours is yay! Yay! Yay!
And yours is work!
Or slay.
Or slay.
Or yas.
Or yas.
Alright, last one is, what is our secret code?
This one is super easy. They all know it. Let's all do it together! 3! Alright, so I'm so happy that we finally got to do this. Super awkward. So I'm so happy that we finally got to do this video. Remember to subscribe, give us a thumbs up. And we'll see you guys soon. 3.
Didn't expect to see you here at the end of the video.
But since you're here, might as well check out some of our recent videos here. Or if you want to go back in time and watch a few more in the past, click here.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. 3,